thanks for joining me for part 2. Sorry this video has gotten long. This last step is so weird that you just have to have 2 examples, I think. So when you left me on the last one, we had done one where the answer or the variable turns out to be a positive number. It's just as weird, possibly weirder, when the answer turns out to be negative. So I want to do one of those as well. So in this one, the answer or the variable is going to turn out to be negative. Go ahead and pause and write down your steps, and we will get to it. So visual strategy first. Remember, this is the new one, or the one that has sort of the difficult step in it. So to draw this, negative 2x we can't draw, but we can draw 2 opposite of x's like that, and a 13 and a 29. So now we're set. First step, fairly obvious. Remove the 13. Remove that constant. That way just the variables are on one side, and it's very easy to figure out what they are. 29 minus 13 is 16. So here's the weird step, right? We're not going to figure out what x is. We're going to figure out what the opposite of x is. So if you'll watch me carefully, I'm circling them so that they seem kind of like one thing, not as a negative sign with a variable. So each of those opposite of x's would be a positive number, which is strange. These each need to be 8 in order for me to get 16. So what that tells me is the opposite of x is positive 8. Looks weird, sounds weird, feels weird to write it like that. But that's what we figured out. We didn't find x, we found the opposite of x, which means that x is negative 8, the opposite of positive 8. That is how you find it. And that last step's the weird step. So hopefully, you kind of, after now doing 4 examples, that kind of helps you feel a little more okay about it. Inverse operation strategy, no big deal. There's nothing particularly new in it today when this coefficient here is negative. Everything still kind of follows suit the way you're used to. So as I set this up, the inverse of adding 13 will be subtracting 13, and the inverse of multiplying by negative 2 will be dividing by negative 2. And I'm going to do those in reverse GEMS order. So here we go. First I'm going to subtract and add, so I need to do this first. Subtract 13, subtract 13. You're probably getting sick of me saying this, but don't forget, that's exactly what we do first here too. It's not actually different. So that leaves me with negative 2x equals 16, which again, that's exactly what I was left with here. Same thing. So then we're going to divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, and we'll get x equals positive 16 divided by negative 2 is negative 8. Got it. And we match, always a good sign. Great reason to have 2 strategies. Let's check. Just be double sure that we're right. If we are, after we substitute, use substitution, we should get that negative 2 times our answer of negative 8 plus 13 should equal 29. Let's make sure it does. Negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16 plus 13 is in fact 29. Check, smile. Way to go. Y'all, that is how you deal with equations when they have a negative coefficient in them. Brand new today. Resulted in this weird step here. I hope this made sense. I know it's kind of like a video and a half, so I hope it really helped to do so many examples. If you need to go back and see any part of this again to feel more confident, please do. Seeing things a second time really helps them sink in, and I know it'll help. Once you're there, you're ready for your You Do Together and your You Do Alone. I will see you at the next one.